So I have a report here from Al Arabiya News. This is a compiled bit of statistics that they're reporting on. Apparently in 2011, 943 women were murdered for defaming their family's honor. So this is what we know as honor killings. And I mean, that's almost 1,000 women, and apparently in a year, and apparently those numbers have been going up. They're up from 2010.
Jesus.
So in 2010, this Human Rights Commission reported that only 791 women were killed, which is still just like a staggering number.
And this is just in one country?
This is just in Pakistan.
Wow.
So this is not the entire Middle East or every Muslim country.
Yeah, that's pretty harsh.
So yeah, it's up, a substantial amount from 2010.
That's where I get my steel from.
Around 595 of the women killed in 2011 were accused of having illicit relationships, and 219 were killed for marrying without permission.
Permission from who?
The family, I imagine. The father, the mother. I don't know.
That's good enough to die.
Sure.
Okay. I just want to be clear.
Some victims, it should be noted, some victims were raped or gang raped before they were killed.
Okay.
And in most cases, the women were killed by their brothers or their husbands.
Also raped by their brothers?
That it doesn't say.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Just curious about the possible overlap there.
Only the report goes on to say that only 20 of the 943 killed were reported to have any medical aid before they died.
Medical aid before they died?
So possibly they were dying in the street and somebody came over and tried to give some kind of
Only
help.
20.
Only 20 of the 943.
Okay. Wow. Can I be depressed for a few minutes?
Yes, you're going to need to be.
Brutal.
So I would like to submit to you that people who would kill a woman for marrying without permission, really whenever one person's going to kill a member of the family because they have in some way impugned the family's honor, I think it does a disservice to the word honor to refer to them as honor killings, because I don't think these people have any idea what the word means.
Yeah.
I just
can't believe that there is a cultural, I'm not going to tie this back to religion.
But it's definitely it's a cultural norm.
It's a cultural norm there, but I mean it's still just barbaric. I mean the fact that there are no bounds of reason to be applied there. I mean that's. I made the joke under my breath just a minute ago, but I mean that's where I get like a lot of my steel products are from Pakistan, and we get steel from a place that we that does this kind of thing. Like why would you even do business? I mean 1,000 people.
And the report doesn't mention at all anything about criminal charges being pressed against any of these murderers. Because let's call it what it is. It's murder.
Yeah.
And these people are criminals.
Culturally funded murder.
The last thing that this particular article mentions is that last year in a Belgian court sentenced 4 members of a Pakistani family to prison for the murder of their daughter, whom she defied them by living with a Belgian man, and she was refusing an arranged marriage. But at least in some respect, at least in that case, I mean, criminal charges were pursued.
Well, that's a pretty good suggestion that in Pakistan there is no legal
ramifications.
Justice. In fact, it's probably legal to do what they did.
Possibly, I'd have to look that up, but it doesn't sound like they're left and right prosecuting people for this.
Definitely. Well, I mentioned the one in Belgium, unless it was the idea that somewhere you take this culture to somewhere reasonable like Belgium, and you'll go to jail for it. But here they're walking free.
So I guess the question I want to submit is, as a person who would partake in an honor killing. Like, how insecure do you have to be? This idea that, oh, this girl was dating this guy and I didn't like it. This girl got married without my permission. I just, I can't fathom that that's a good enough reason to kill someone. And if you think it is, then I'm going to have to make an assumption that you're a pretty insecure person. That your honor is so easily impugned. Your sense of like how disrespected you've been. Mm-hmm. And that you could take the violence to that kind of a level. That a lot of these girls were raped or gang raped.
Well, at that level, it clearly is no longer honor; it's just vanity.
Well, and that's why I submit that these people don't have any idea what the word means.
Agreed.